And like I said, how you do one thing is how you do all things. So I want you to look back over the stuff that you guys have done in business, in life. And I want you to really be honest with yourself for just a few moments and say, hey, am I continuing to have a pattern in my life where I start something and I don't finish? To bring something up because I've seen patterns with people over the last 5 years of working with umpteen entrepreneurs, and you definitely see different ways people have been taught or learned to deal with certain things in their life. And like, some people believe that they're entitled to everything, right? Some people that believe that I'll give you a good example. Like, some people that join this training, they'll make decisions at some point that they want to quit, right? 2 months in, 3 months in, this isn't for me or whatever. This is this life, right? You go to college, there's lots of people, including myself, that went for a little while and it wasn't the right move for me. And so that's okay. But I want you guys to be clear as entrepreneurs how you got to have an ironclad mindset and how you're going to go after this business model. And I really don't care if it's this business model or if it's another business model, but again, how you start something and the way that you move into something, and your mental game going into something is very important. I'm going to tell you why. Number one, the business owners that you guys speak with and you're making pitches to, they know and they can feel if you're all in what you do or not. They can tell if you're a professional or if you're just I call them dabblers, right? The person that just kind of sticks a toe or two into the water, dabbles a little bit, and then moves on. And that business owner is never going to trust you with their marketing or their lead generation or their online presence if they can tell that you're just a dabbler, that you're not really serious about that. They look at your Facebook wall and you're doing 17 MLMs, you're selling, whatever, right? They can tell it, they can feel it, they can smell it. In the world with a lot of good people that do this business, you can't be a toe or two in because they're going to smell it. And like I said, how you do one thing is how you do all things. So I want you to look back over the stuff that you guys have done in business, in life, and I want you to really be honest with yourself for just a few moments and say, hey, am I continuing to have a pattern in my life where I start something and I don't finish, right? Or I talk myself out of something and I'm like, this just isn't for me, right? I want you to really look at that. This could have started way back in grade school when it was like a sport that you quit early, or in middle school or what have you, when you quit a team or whatever. We could talk about sports all day, but I really believe that some of us, we get into this business not understanding that it's going to take some grit. It's going to take some effort. And you can't go in and just put a couple toes in the water and expect to have professional money. You guys all want more money, like me. I want more of it too. Okay. And so with that being said, man, you got to commit from day one. Write it down. If you need to get a partner that can hold you accountable, or someone that you go out there on a limb and say, listen, I need you to smack me around if I fall back into these old patterns, because literally those patterns will show up again if you're not clear with yourself and you don't make a concerted effort to change up your pattern, right? We see this in weight loss all the time, right? You got to get out a lot of times outside the environment that you've put yourself in time and time again. You got to stop frequenting those establishments that the food isn't really meeting the goals of what you want for yourself, right? It's no different in business. It's no different in all aspects of our life. So remember that line: how you do one thing is how you do all things. I think it's